Hello and welcome to my walkthrough of the TalosTech Archaeology Training Simulator. At the beginning here you'll find yourself in this room where you can either press this button to watch a slideshow which I so painstakingly created, or you can press this button in here in case you don't have any sound or just don't have the patience to watch a little 1 minute 20-second slideshow. Press this button and start the room. This drawer will also open. This is where you put the end-game objective, which is the fire cat hidden behind this force field here. Hello, fire cat. So basically, first puzzle is in this room here. You're going to want to open this chest. It has a 5-digit code. Down here is your TalosTech brand floor compass, which is being indicated to the west by the shovel dug into the sand here. So the west side of the room has these wonderfully drawn hieroglyphics that were definitely drawn by an adult man and not a child. It shows the froggy, the heart, the bird, and the skull, so each indicating things to be counted for the number on the lock. So first is the froggy. When you approach the side room here, you can see several frogs there. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So your number for the frogs is going to be 8. Then we have the heart. Over here is these skeletons who are playing cards. They have 7 of hearts, 4 of hearts, ace, and a 3, so that's 4, plus another 4 is 8, plus 7 is 15, so your number there is going to be 15. The birds indicate these 2 birds on the wall here, which are 2. And then the skeletons, you see 1, 2, and then if you go through the little window over here again, you can see a third one kind of taking a nap there. So the last number is going to be 3, so you have 8, 1, 5, 2, 3. That's going to open this up. Boom, just like that. You get your hammer from the hieroglyphics chest, which we're using to smash this glass and open the button to get into the break room and frog storage, where there will be no unauthorized breaks or moving of frogs. We're going to pick up this pickaxe. We're going to need that later, and the shovel, also a key for later. You know, speaking of keys, there is one here in the pot, which again we will need for later. We can press this button, which will drop this wall down, bringing us to our next part of the ruins. But we are first going to notice that this frog here is staring very intently at that wall torch. So we're going to move his big butt out of the way. We're going to press the torch. It's a little secret side room. The froggy's been hiding stuff from us, which will give us our first red gem, which we will need also for later. On the wall here you see this blue hieroglyph, and over here you see this little directional compass painted on the wall with hieroglyphics as well. This pointing up would be the north, so the bird is north, tree is west, the skull is east, the bow is south. That is going to be the hint for our next puzzle. So running into here we have the big old monkey statue and the royal monkey guard. Each of the royal monkey guards are holding a different object. So you see the apple. This corresponds to the tree. So these guys are going to face west because the tree on that compass before was west. The feather is the bird, which was to the north. So we're going to rotate him to the north. And we can, if we forget our directions, revisit the floor compass over here. And this guy is going to face south as the bow was drawn on the south side. You hear that noise go off. That opens half of this door here, and then the same thing with these 3. This guy's going to face east because that's where the skull was. This guy west again, he has the apple, and this one is going to face north because he has a feather. That's going to open the second of these 2 doors. Running in through here, we see the caged monkey. Hello, caged monkey. Behind him there's another one of those blue hieroglyphs. We're going to boop this button. We can insert the key we found earlier, but there is one more key missing, which we're going to find later in the dungeon. Dungeon, puzzle, room, ruin, whatever we're calling it. So through here, after pressing that button at the end of the hallway, this room opens. You now have the rotating dial here with all these glyphs on it. So you'll see the blue bow. We saw the blue long braid one with the 2 arms up before, and then behind where the monkey was there was a lion glyph. So we're just going to set these so the long braid is attacked with a circle there. Rotate this until the bow and arrow has the bow on the wall there, and then we got to find the lion, which was behind that one monkey, which pops this button out, which I actually need to move down a little bit. We'll work on that. Push the button, opens the vase room. Notice here it tells you no smashing. This familiar suspect on the wall there. So basically the goal would be to smash around this room until you find a key, or you can just take the lid off that one. Oh god, chain reaction. And there's a key right in there. So you can get through this without smashing anything, but where's the fun in that? We did add a garbage can here, just in case you need to get rid of some extra debris. This key does not go back to the caged monkey. It actually opens the door here for dig site Zorp. The thing here telling you to bring all necessary equipment. That'll be the shovel and the pickaxe, which we grabbed earlier from the froggy room. So we can use this ladder to go downstairs. And here we're going to find a little dig site. On the wall you see the hieroglyphs, two guys fighting. One's lost an arm, the other one's got his head cut off. So we're going to use the shovel and the pickaxe to clear out some of this debris and dig some stuff up. You can pick up a lot of the random stuff in this room, which can be fit into these two slots, but we are looking for two specific items in here. One of which is behind this rock block. This is the skull. The skull matches the guy who's lost his head, so that's going to go here on the right. And then on the other side of the room, tink, is the skeleton hand. Now all these are interactable. Dig up all the stuff here, little skull guy there, but what we need here is the hand, the skull. That opens the dig site chest. This is the other key for the caged monkey. We go back up the ladder, run it down, running, and we place this key here. That frees the caged monkey. We can grab our other red gem from him. Going to run it back now, and we're going to place both of these. You can place these early as you find them if you want. Doesn't really matter. They light up when you put them in, and when they're both there, this gem falls out, which is going to be inserted into his belly button, which then powers up the laser and breaks down the force field. So this was our objective, was to free the fire cat, who we now have. And per the slideshow and or instructions, which, well, we skipped, these are the instructions here. It'll bring the fire cat deposit to the space behind. That goes right here. Now, there also is, I'm going to press the button on the slideshow. That would be the end of this entire tutorial, but if you feel like sitting and enjoying it, well, here it is.
Welcome to TalosTech, and congratulations on being selected for our newest archaeologist position. To ensure you are prepared to enter the field, you will undergo our patented TalosTech Archaeology Training Simulator. In this simulator, your basic archaeology skills will be tested. This includes, but is not limited to, navigating dark ruins and dig sites, accurate reading and use of your TalosTech brand floor compass, understanding crudely drawn hieroglyphics, some so crude that you might even insist that a child must have drawn them. But we can assure you, these simulated glyphs have been drawn by an adult man who is trying his best. Careful handling and restoration of ancient pottery. We cannot stress enough how careful you must be. Unearthing priceless artifacts and ancient skeletons. Utilizing your top-notch archaeology skills, your task is to unlock the force field containing the TalosTech brand Firecat and bring it back here. Do this and your new hire training will be complete. Good luck, and remember, you signed a waiver. TalosTech is not responsible for anyone burned, maimed, injured, spooked, hungry, decapitated, plagued, splashed, bitten by monkeys, licked by frogs, singed by lasers, or kidnapped by mummies during their training.
This is interesting now, because this came out farther, which is not what I want, but anyway, I think we can still finish the game. Yeah, we can. Alright, well, I'm going to adjust this, and I was interested in this slideshow that I created. I can put together a tutorial. I think it's probably a lot more work than a lot of other things are, but basically I built the projector out of a security camera, wraps the light up and down every time it animates, so this light goes up and down so it looks like the slide is changing, and then each slide changes out in order. Then I had all these weird little triggers set up where basically once the button gets pushed, this one starts moving. When that animation finishes, it starts the next one, so each one will trigger the next slide in order. And then I had to record all the separate voice lines for each slide, which each of these activates a different voice line which coincides with a slide. And then I just had to kind of practice this with timing, adjusting the length of the animations and things like that. But if anybody's interested in that, feel free to leave a comment. I can see if I can set up a whole tutorial for that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for playing my room.